Good evening from Craven Park. We're still waiting for the commentary team to show up, so I'll fill in as best I can, but it won't be very good. Ulverston playing right to left, and we're just about ready for kickoff.
I wasn't really watching as well. I was watching what Paul was doing. Thanks, Stephen. What about this?
It's exciting with the Barrow Island at this moment in time, and Ulverston just getting ready for a restart. You can hear last-minute instructions being barked out, chiefly from Jay Smith among them, Alistair McGregor, all stages, but see what they can do. Ooh, some miscommunication from the Barrow Island group there. Apologies for any language anybody might have heard, but not to worry in that regard. Now, scrum down, head and feet to Ulverston. Let's see what advantages they can come up with from there. See what the Ulverston can achieve around this side of the field. See if they can put some pressure on for a repeat set. Scrum it out. Number 4 takes it up nice and steady. Ooh. And Joe Wall commanding centre stage at Hooker. And he's taking up nice and steady there. Oh, and the 4. Yeah, he got the gate 6 now. Confirming, some hustling with some big defence from Barrow Island there. They're waiting for the ref shouting out there, but never mind. Oh, tempers were flaring a bit there. And there's Big Brad Williamson taking it all up. Ooh. Up, down, and playing the ball just as quick as he can. Well, not quickly on this exchange, but never mind. Stepping inside. Oh. Step inside. Still some awesome hustle from Barrow Island so far. Ward Hooker. Six booting it through out there. Oh, easy one for Barrow Island to obtain there. And that's a start just outside the 22. Close. And there's 13 take. Oof. That was a handful. Oh, I think the winger ended up hurt there. So that's the second scoot out of dummy half for Barrow Island. Oh, that could be a catastrophic mistake there if Ulverston can push him. Oh, no. Did just well enough to keep him in the touch. And Ted's taking it up again. Solid defence met there on the halfway, just above the halfway line. Now let's see what here. And Noah Robinson around the inside. Ooh, shifty passing back inside. Still Ulverston's defence is holding it resolute there. Fifth and last, what did the Barrow Island do here? Back to Robinson. And a big chipping kick over. Ooh, leaving that there for a bit too long there. Oh, well done. Well done to the Ulverston lad grabbing it there. Brave, especially in that sunlight. Oh, I think he's hurt himself there. Take your time, son. You know everything. Ooh, that was right by the ankles. Well done from Alistair McGregor to pick it up, and he did. Joe Ward again to dummy off. Shea Smith, the evergreen, taking it up. What options are Ulverston going to take? Blindside as well. Ooh. Ooh, some solid defense. Oh, that might turn up. Oh. Well, a little bit of luck fell on Ulverston's side there, but it's like anything else. Sometimes you got to take the bits of good luck with the bad. Speaking of bad luck, here comes Brad Williamson. Oh, good run up. Holding it down and playing it as quick as he could. Joe Waddle dummy off again. Alistair McGregor, tireless as ever. Good offload. Let's see whether. Oh, it might create this overlap for Ulverston. No, not in this instance. Rhys Craig solid in defence there. Solid and as nasty as any ferret I've ever come across. Oh. Now what do I have stewing here? Shea Smith. Well, no, he takes it up. Just down to the 40. Just onto Barrow Island's 40. Let's see what the standoff can do here. A little chip kick there. No. Oh, wait, no. That's a good bounce there. Makes it awkward for the red cap Barrow Island fullback to take back. That's some good hustling defence there from Ulverston in the first tackle. Let's see what they can do here and don't get too over enthusiastic. some pace being set with this game, but, well, as it's still quite warm this evening, conditions will probably take its toll a little bit, especially on the heavier set players. All due respect, gentlemen, but it's just how it is. And Noah Robinson taking it up. There you go. He's a bundle to stop, put it that way. The ex-Milan lad. Take it up. Oh, bumping off the first tackle, making himself extremely difficult there. Right bang on the halfway line. What else can Barrow Island conjure up? Ooh, that's a difficult one. Oh, fullback left it there and bounced off the post. Oh. Didn't make sure there, the poor lad. But scrum down, Barrow Island feed. Prime opportunity to make it a good score again. So. And just for those who is this speaking, this is Paul Woodburn doing guest commentary for tonight. So, for a cup of coffee, why not? Now, come on, you've heard worse commentary on Sky Sports and the avenues. He's ready to go for himself. But then again, that could conjure up a good quick play the ball there. Well, lax defending around the ruck there from Ulverston. Leads to a Barrow try. 10-0, kick to come. And that's the same kind of thing as I was saying before about the look that you make throughout the game of rugby league. Ulverston had a good slice of luck with a knock-on, but couldn't quite capitalise on the opportunity. Barrow Island had a little bit of a stroke of good luck with maybe a blade of grass going one other way to the ball, but well, you see the result there. 10-0 at the moment, kick to come. Excellent kick from Cam Curry. 12-0 Barrow Island. And Shea trying to rally the troops once again as one of the older stagers in the team. Then Ulverston, either A team or first team, have had a big habit of turning certain scores into their own advantage, as we've seen many a time at this ground, such as most famously against Dalton over 10 years ago. And coming back from like about a 10-point deficit to come back to win the game quite handily. And there we go. Restart going. Oh, clear communication time. And Big Ben Hampson for Barrow Island takes it up. Oh, and solid defence meets him there. And there, Matty Sale coming up. And another Barrow Island stager. Let's see what Ulverston's ruck control is like this time. So far, it's not too bad. But then, a bit switched off around that side there. So far, they're letting Barrow Island have a bit too much of the momentum at the moment with the ball in hand. So just for example, the defence on the inside. Oh, some good sliding defence there. Oh, some good run on the inside from Hampson there. Excellent tackling from Brad Williamson, making sure. Big man on big man. This is how we see it. Can't say quite see around that. Oh. They've been put in touch. Now we'll see if Ulverston can get out of there. Who takes the first carry? There's a question. Whoever doing it is a brave man. See, this is where Barrow Island's territorial advantage obviously comes into play. Tackle 2, straight on their own 10. They're going to make it very difficult for Ulverston to get out of their territory at this moment in time. Although I haven't said, one guy for Barrow Island is down at the moment, so there might have to be a stoppage in play. And I think it's Reece Craig who has hurt himself for Barrow Island. A bit of claret round his nose, nothing serious, hopefully. And Alistair McGregor, he takes it up again. Oh, solid offload. And creates a gap. Oh, you turned them around. Barrow Island's defence wasn't switched on around the middle there. Joe Watt taking it up. Like a human pinball, just taking the tackles up as he comes. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, that was a prime opportunity there. But again, that's a still a better play for Ulverston than what they come up with, especially when they were trapped in their own 10 at one point. And here comes Red Skullcap taking it up. Oh, solid defensive from Brad Williamson. He's one mongrel, is Brad. Here comes Reece Craig taking it up. Oh. Some solid runs up and some solid defense met in return. This is quite a... I mean, I know it's only 12-0, but so far, in terms of territory, physicality, it's been quite an even contest from the pair of them, as you would expect, with a cup final of this magnitude. Through ball there for Skullcap with 7. Oh, and a chip kick through. Oh. There was a bad bounce and some good tackle. Well, again, as I was pointing out before about making your own slice of luck on this exchange, Barrow Island were a little bit unlucky with that little bit of enterprising play that they tried there, but that's a prime thing for Ulverston to get set and give it a good go in the down Barrow Island's area. Oh. Tiny bit telegraphed there, mate, but look at that. Again, the physicality is just unmatched here, boys. And an arcing run back inside the ruck on just above their 40-metre line. And Brad Williamson takes it up. Still a bundle to stop, is Big Brad, put it that way. And Joe Ward chipping it through and around. See what happens here. Oh, that's another bit of miscommunication from Barrow Island. And a kick through from Dave O'John. Oh, axed it too hard there, mate. I mean, you could make an argument that they could have been caught back for a knock-on for Ulverston. For the passages of play when you can. So... Ooh, it's just spot, yeah. There's about it was a good call, but well spotted by the referee. But I've seen those type of passes given away. And whilst we're on this quick break of play, we can make a bit of a segue into our sponsors for this live stream, which is Matty K Coaching and Conditioning, and Paul Ward Carpets. Thank you very much for your sponsorship, gentlemen. It's all appreciated. Might be a bit of an opportunity to take a quick water break here for everybody, seeing as, well, granted it hasn't been as hot as it has been, but it is still going to be tough out there on a dry, wide track like Barrow Rugby's pitch. And both sets of players are just going to have to make do as best they can around this point. Let's see what Ulverston can conjure up here. Joe Ward out the base of the scrum. Number 2 wides it back in. Solid run there. Well done. Also some solid defence from Barrow Island. Just making sure. Alistair McGregor takes it up again. What a trooper he is. And Shea Smith, speaking of troopers, taking it up once again. Just slightly over Barrow Island's 40. And Ward doing it. Down to Dave O'John, passes back on the inside. Oh, solid defence again for Barrow Island. Oh. Makes me glad I was on hiatus for this season, put it this way, gentlemen. Or caught that at a bit of a standing start, but, well, not much you can do with that. Oh, a bit of a breakdown in communication from Ulverston there. And see where they can go. Oh, can they conjure up a piece of magic out of nothing, though? There's a question. They're going over that. Oh, they might have gone. Oh, you're going to. A little bit indecisive, unfortunately, from the number 6. But, well, although to be fair, it was an extremely difficult situation, especially with that breakdown in communication from Ulverston Rugby there. Smith encouraging the troops once again. Solid defence from Ulverston there. Ooh. Ooh, a little bit niggly around the play of the ball. Be careful, boys. And then Matty Sale taking it up. And defence once again meets him in all clad in blue, ready to meet him. Out wide to Noah Robinson, back in the inside. Proving a bit of a bundle, some of these Barrow Island players to stop. Back to Robinson, kicks through. Oh, that's it. Now the kick bounced up nice. Solid contact, but rather debatable. Well, short contact at the end of the shoulder. Illegal these days. So Ulverston get the penalty. Let's see where they can. Let's see what they can muster out of this. Oh, Joe. In case if his knee's going to go further than the ball, let's find out. Nope. It went there. Just beyond on the 30. Ireland do look a bit compressed to me in terms of defence, but let's see but then that's where the forwards will try and lay the foundations for it in order for Ulverston to build the house in question. Third carry. Oh, solid defence again. And Shea Smith are wide. Go to McGregor. Oh, could have been a side of shepherding, but some aggressive defense, equal aggressive attack. Oh. Oh. Well, just what I was pointing out about solid defence. They've provided that proof. Making it not much pressure, making it easier for the Red Skull cap to carry it forward to another 15 yards. As it takes it up to be able to play the ball. Leaving Ulverston in a little bit of disarray right at this moment in time. Oh wait, no, they're seeming to get back into it now. Just beyond the... Oh, another one for Barrow Island down. Barrow Island players are receiving attention at this point. Let's just hope it's nothing too serious. Pitch. Oh, solid carry and some solid defence. We'll see what Barrow Island do me half here. Ewan James takes it up to Noah Robinson. Oh, short pass to Reese Craig. And Reese Craig is a difficult dynamo to tackle, put it this way. Although Ulverston do meet him, to be fair, some solid defence. He takes it up, number 18 for Barrow Island. He's proving a handful. Oh, almost had an arm free for an offload there. Some good defence to stop him. To number 7 for the Island. It's been designated back to 1 for Barrow Island. That's not good. Extra set of defence for Ulverston to handle that. Falling off tackles ever so slightly. Ulverston struggling a little bit to get to beyond the play the ball on the ruck. Oh, good defence from Shea Smith. Really hold him up. Oh, it's taken about 4 or 5 of them to hold him up. Good defence so far from Ulverston. Oh, if they go down. Oh, knock on. You could argue with quite a bit of an open goal that Barrow Island had there, but again, Ulverston will take any look that's afforded to him at this moment in time. Scrum down, head and feet to Ulverston. Fed out the back and out left, see what they can conjure up here. Tackle there just beyond. Good run for the bearded one at number 2. Solid defence again from Barrow Island. There is a reason why they've probably become the best team around this competition at this point. Shea Smith take it up again. Fourth tackle, and they're struggling to get beyond their 30 at Ulverston. Dave John, let's see if he could. Oh no. Oh, been judged as knocked backwards. So, well, you know the old saying of playing to the whistle, old gentlemen. Gotta keep it as such. Oh, still a bit of minor miscommunication there. Kick over through. That'll be a difficult one for. Oh, can anyone come up in support for the Ulverston lad? Has he been? Oh, It's a shame he didn't look right for that little bit of support. That was some great hustle and chasing there from the Ulverston winger. Oh, unlucky there, son. Well, they conjured something out of nothing all of a sudden of Ulverston and seemed to put Barrow Island on their own 20. It was, to be fair. Cam Curry takes it up. Been one of Barrow Island's stalwarts this season. Who takes it individually? Ulverston meeting up again in defence, but not quite as much vim and vigour as the first 20 minutes. Gone around the ruck. Barrow Island will be looking to exploit that, especially with their speed around there. They're starting to subtly get off tackles at Ulverston, just not quite working to what they want. Red Skullcap takes it up. Oh! Knock on by Ulverston, I think. I thought because the young lad tried to go for the interception there. Still 12-0 the score at this moment in time to Barrow Island. Scrum head and feed. That wide to Cam Curry. Let's see what Barrow Island concludes with that. Oh, Alistair McGregor meeting him up in defence. Shea Smith helping out behind as the cavalry. Now there was a little bit of a breakdown in communication from Barrow Island there. Whitewall Glory and some solid defence from Ulverston so far. And then there's the advantage overlap there. Oh. Well, you can't stop him out wide there. The overlap being exploited by Barrow Island. 16-0, kick to come. In case needs stressing again, the streaming service for Ulverston Rugby League is sponsored in due part by Matty Coaching and Conditioning and by Paul Ward Carpets. Thank you very much for your services, gentlemen, throughout this season and for all the great help that you have bestowed for all this time for Ulverston Rugby. Thank you. No. Kick to cover Barrow, if he gets this one, makes it 18-0. Classic commentary curse. Especially with how long Cam Curry would be taking to put a kick through. But then again, you can't rush hard. Hit the post, not quite. It was not quite a blank canvas, but 16-0 to Barrow Island. Ulverston's body language is still not too bad. You know, heads aren't completely down. They're not walking up to the halfway line like most defeated teams would. But they need to have someone to step up and take the game by the scruff of the neck, as an old rugby league cliche goes. But then again, the only reason they call them cliches is because they're true most of the time. Gets it downfield to the scrum keeper there. And to big Ewan James, ex-Roos Pioneers. Oh. And Matty Sale takes it up again. Oh, Ulverston are starting to rip apart a little bit at the seams here. Getting a bit tired of having to do constant defending. Oh! One could have argued there was a slight hint of a forward pass, but it doesn't matter when Barrow Island have the momentum going for them so far. Out wide there, who might have left it a little bit too long. Back on the inside, Noah Robertson goes. Back to number 18 for Barrow Island. He's been quite a long and tall handful. As I just say that, he goes in and scores again. $20-0, kick to come. It's just what we were saying before about how momentum can be a wonderful and horrendous thing in rugby league. About how Barrow Island have been taking it at this moment in time to take the ball up and go with a bit more extra oomph than what Ulverston have been able to conjure up in defence. But then again, this is due for, in those parts, Ulverston having to defend more sets. As you defend more sets, the more tired you get. A simple rugby league axiom, but again, true as any other as you're going to get. And Cam Curry to take the conversion. Should be relatively straightforward. Well, I say relatively straightforward. I'm a prop forward who has never kicked rugby league goals in his life, so I have no room to talk. What are you doing? Like, I was gonna say this isn't rugby union, son. I admire the gusto, but unfortunately, you're in the wrong code of rugby, son. Ulverston are going to have to come up with something here. An awkward return. That's some better defence from Ulverston. Young lad still on his feet and proving quite difficult to tackle. Tackle two was just beyond. Out to Tesnuato. Whoa! Always an absolute handful, this man. Is it basically a little boulder come to life? Oh! And Ewan James took a slight little bit of a look up at Ulverston's defence and might have created an opportunity for Ulverston just before half time. Tried to penalise every little thing, though. You wouldn't want rugby league to become like rugby union, where every tiny little thing is scrutinised and detailed. It's just go out the base of the scrum, see what they can do here. Oh, caught it too flat there, son. Oh, and you dropped it back. Backed. No, never. Backed it through. Ooh, high tackle. There. Noah Robinson. Incapable of bending his back, but again, once again, I'm not one to talk. So. It's almost as if Barrow Island are pitying Ulverston and want them to get back into the game and make it a bit more competitive. That could have been a disaster for Ulverston waiting to happen. 14 to tap and go for Ulverston. And the young number 11 offers up. Let's see what Ulverston could communicate here. Brad Williamson takes it up. Trying to go for a quick play the ball, but Barrow Island aren't offering him the opportunity and smothering him at every op. Down to Shea Smith, who goes back on the inside. Oh. Well left here with Brad Williamson out the back. Oh no. I admire the gusto to be able to try something around this point, so I'm not going to say anything. Scrum down the Barrow Island feed. Ulverston, if anything, we're a little bit too panicky around that point, rather than just settle down, maybe try and go for a repeat set. But I'm not the coach. Now through to Tesnueta. Oh, he's a different handful. And off he goes. Oh, and that made it. And Barrow Island arguably got a little bit too over-eager in the... Barrow Island arguably got over-eager trying to, well, put a hat on top of a hat. An absolute milliner's nightmare. Let's see what Ulverston once again can conjure up, because quite frankly this is being a little bit of a piggyback for Ulverston here. Let's see if they can exploit those mistakes that Barrow Island keep making. Now through to number 14, out to Union 2. Solid running now. One's a dummy half there. Takes it up. Number 15 for Ulverston takes it. Yes. A solid defence again from Barrow Island going up. Brad Williamson takes out. Oh, some solid contact again. Williamson takes it well and plays the ball just inside Barrow Island's 20. To Dave O'John. Shipped inside to Shea Smith, just on Barrow Island's 10. Gregor shouting instructions as I'm going on there. Oh, Shea Smith's down, or he's a little bit groggy and a bit unsteady to play the ball. Full back to try and chip through. Oh, some good stuff from Barrow Island's fullback to get out when he did. Fair play to him. Play has stopped. A couple of people are down for Ulverston. Now Shea just needing a bit of a breather. The old stager knows what he's doing. That is admirably saying that he isn't hurt, and well, quite clearly you are, son, so you need to go. And in case you couldn't hear it, that was just for half-time. Barrow Island are currently leading 22 points to 0 against Ulverston right at this moment in time. Often the commentator gets heckled by a photographer. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Wilburn at commentary once again. And now it's Ulverston's turn to kick off this second half. The bright lights at Craven Park have just come on, ready for the exciting second half. I say exciting because playing Ulverston, whether it be A team or first team, is always an unpredictable task. You never know what's going to come out of it. There is that.
Oh, shocking. I can smell bacon.
Press that red button.
It's just a mind playing tricks.
Press that red button. That's it. Press it again.
All right, cheers, mate. Thank you. Very kindly offered the chip, but have to, unfortunately, prop forwards aren't exactly known for their svelte figures, so, and I'm no exception. And as we await the arrival of the referee, we'll have another opportunity once again to thank our sponsors for this live stream. Matty Care Coach and Conditioning and Paul Wood Carpets. Thank you very much, gentlemen. All is appreciated. Well, yeah, we were expecting like maybe another 3 or 4 minutes before, but then the timer elapsed too quick for our liking, and we looked at it and we thought, ooh, let's get back to it. Linesman and the referee with the ball has shown up. Like he's waiting for that manatee, waiting for that matinee idol applause that never came. And in case you couldn't help, and in case you couldn't hear that, the blazer would sound again. Ready for round 2. Ulverston ready to kick this one off again. Can they sell? As the halfback for Ulverston fiddles with the kicking cone. If he isn't fiddling with his hairdo, he's fiddling with the ball. Absolute shout from Alistair McGregor. As it kicks off down there. Ooh. Well picked up by the Red Skull Cap from Barrow Island to start off this second half. And up to the very difficult to handle Tesnueto to play the ball just on Barrow Island's 30. Good carry one around there. Solid defence so far from Ulverston. He seems to hopefully be rejuvenated a little bit. Matty Sale taking it up now. Taking the option for a tip on, but decides to take it himself. Good tackling from Ulverston. Just on the halfway line there for Barrow Island. Playing the ball there to Ewan James. Steps inside. Solid meet up in defence from Brad Williamson. And oh, number 15 has hurt himself there in the attempt to tackle Ewan James there. There goes John Stivey, the first team coach for Ulverston, trying to help this lad kind of get his bearings back together. Hopefully, again, it's nothing too serious. But he did go down like he was in absolute agony. And good to see nothing personal between the two. It was just a good hard tackle and a good hard thing that didn't quite pan out for number 15. Joe Ward coming back on as his replacement. There, he cracked. I think he took a bang in the rib cage. Kicking high and higher, mighty into the skies. Barrow Island pleading for a back to one, but no, not in this instance. It's a turnover to Ulverston. Now Barrow Island's defence scrambling again. Still a bit bunched in, but find out what Ulverston can exploit. Alistair McGregor taking it. Oh! Set up as a lamb to the slaughter. Nobody moving up in support there. Number 14 to take it up. Barrow Island have negated Ulverston's strength around the ruck area in particular. Dave John Bully, the dummy after Brad Williamson. Hunted down again with some big defence from Barrow Island. And Joe Ward to take it up. Solid run from Joe Ward there. One of the premier stalwarts for Ulverston rugby again. Whether it be kids coaching or open age playing, he's been there and has been a loyal and true servant to this club. Play the ball there just on Barrow Island's 30. Joe Ward taking it up for his second carry. Trying to do his best Liam Saunders impersonation now. 14 at dummy after. Brad Williamson. Anybody up in support? Nope. Oh! Unlucky from Brad Williamson there. I admire the enterprising attempt at play. Just didn't quite pan out. Scrum down, head and feet to Barrow Island. To Barrow Island there, and support up. Ooh. The gaps have been exploited a bit there, running around and taking advantage of the Ulverston's lack of mobility by comparison. ISL carrying it up again. It's met up with some solid defence from Joe Ward. Number 4 for Ulverston. Ewan James takes it up again. Solid, dependable. ISL taking it up again for a second carry. Ooh, fall by an offload, but then thought better of it as he was tackled by Brad Williamson. Round here at dummy half. Noah Robinson chip kicking through. Ooh, just left it ever so slight there. Just right into touch. One thing you can always say for certain about Alistair McGregor, from minute 1 to minute 80, he is always encouraging his troops. If it was trench warfare, he'd be the first over the top. Worrying to play the ball. Solid defence again from Barrow Island so far. This has been the benchmark and key difference between them and the other teams this season. Union 2 taking it up nice and easy. Not charging through on conversion kicks. Alistair McGregor taking it up again. And now to Brad Williamson, moved support, put support on him, but some good solid running there from Brad. Let's see if we can get a quick play the ball. No, not in this instance. Joe Ward out on the side. Barrow Island's defence is strong and muscling up on Ulverston at every opportunity they can, snuffing out any opportunity for Ulverston to exploit any regions in defence. 6 pointing the chip kick through. Ooh, turning the red skull cap around, making it difficult for him. Ooh, got through the first bust through the first tackle, making it extremely difficult for the other tacklers. There we go. Someone got hurt for Ulverston there. Red Skullcap rebounded extremely well there, collecting from an extremely awkward kick. And reaping the benefit from it by just going just before their Barrow Island's own 30-metre line. Score still 22-0 to Barrow Island at this point. For any that might be late joining the stream, thank you very much for joining us, and hope you're enjoying this game as much as I am enjoying commentating at this point. This is becoming a bit awkward for Ulverston, as quite a few have ended up getting hurt. There's young lads being seen to at this moment in time. And having a regroup for a team talk. Brad Williamson, chief among them. Must be a bad knock for this young lad to still be down after all this time. This really is not looking good. Smith coming back on for Ulverston to try and rally them once again. I think he's got quite a bad head knock. Just goes to show you the ferocity of Barrow Island's defence. There is a reason why they've been the best state team in this competition, as they go around to play the ball for second tackle. Crunching tackle there from Shea Smith. Ulverston need to get fired up somehow. They need something to, something to get them going. But can they find that spark though? Number 7 for Barrow Island going it through. Trying to exploit the gaps out wide for Ulverston. None forthcoming right at this moment in time. Run through to Ewan James, who's quite a nifty ball player, as he's just proven to Red Skullcap, who's running it sideways around that point. Exploit the other side. Lost it down. No, so it was stopped. The player stopped again. Another lad down for Ulverston. Quite frankly, Ulverston are dropping like flies right at this moment in time. Number 15 to play the ball for Barrow Island. play and go through Robinson. There was on the inside. Ooh. That was a bundle to stop as Ewan James when he gets going. Now the back through Robinson. Spread it out wide. Barrow Island going again. Makes it 26-0 to Barrow Island. Kick to come. Ulverston just putting themselves a little bit too much on the back foot. Like I said, there's been a reason that Barrow Island have been the dominant team in this competition. The defence has been absolutely ferocious. They've all ganged up as one, and they've always come up in ones and twos supporting. They've been carrying out the typical rugby league textbook of how to go about playing good A-team rugby. Ulverston are just looking a tiny bit shell-shocked there after some opportunity they might have gained, but not quite taken advantage of. But then you've got loads of players that won't give up. They won't give up the cause, like I said, from minute 1 to minute 80. Whilst Cam Curry takes the conversion attempt for Barrow Island. And he's shipped it just wide of the posts. Barrow Island 26, Ulverston 0. Again by Ulverston, making it rather difficult for Barrow Island to get. Makes a goal line drop out for Ulverston. Now Ulverston have another prime opportunity here to try and see if they could get some points back on the board and decrease this deficit. A bit of a Herculean task in its own, but again, Ulverston have been capable of doing such things forever. Oh, well taken. Barrow Island trying to go for the cute tactic of going short, but not quite working on that exchange. Now let's see what Ulverston could do. Well, not much at the moment though, with again Barrow Island muscling up in defence. Number 6 going through to Joe Ward, acting as a second row. Okay, stepping through the first tackle, making it awkward for the second and third tacklers. Ooh, that could have been a bit dodgy there, but Joe playing the ball there just on their 10. 14 to take it up for Ulverston now. Bit of a hustle and a wrestle trying to rip the ball out from Barrow Island, but ooh. Is that a penalty or are they just carrying on as is? No, they're just carrying on as is. Joe Wilder do me off. I thought he did as well. And number 6 taking it up, and he's stood there and spun. Oh, crossing. Can't do that. No, he can't do that and just keep and expect to get away with that, unfortunately. This is what I was saying about Ulverston not making the most of their opportunities, and they didn't take it in this instance. Cam Curry taking it over, building up ahead of steam, not rolling Joe Ward over. Just on their halfway line now. Now to Ewan James up to their right. Ooh. Debatable about that around the arm there. Oh, there's a bit of a stink on here between them two. Oh, solid tackle from Brad Williamson on Matty Sale, drilling him into the ground. Got to number 6 there for Barrow Island. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, who's he judged a knock on against here? Oh, I think he's judged the first touch to have come off Barrow Island. Just going down head and feet to Ulverston. I'll have a more feisty set in defence to start. Ooh, it's getting a bit feisty again. This is looking like it's going to be a bit of a stink on the other side between Shea Smith and the referee just pulling both of them to one side and having a bit of a word. It was what I was saying before about Shea Smith. He knows all the tricks, psychological or physical, in a game of rugby league. Nope, it goes through. Good solid carry from the first there. Alistair McGregor taking the next carry up again, using his trademark spin, making himself extremely awkward and getting a penalty as a reward. Barrow Island getting a bit too over-eager in defence there. Alistair McGregor exploiting that kind of eagerness. Good work. And a good kick from the wall just to take it nice and steady. Ready for number 14. Oh, Shea Smith overran that slightly. And oh, left Gregor out in the dust there. Well, he gets up and plays the ball, no complaints. Brad Williamson taking it up. Oh, smashing tackle from Ewan James. Brad trying to play the ball quick. Rattled him back to his teeth there. Joe Ward taking a trick out of Gregor's book with his hit and spin. 14 to play the ball there for Ulverston. On to Dave John, see what he can conjure up. Nothing there in this instance, but never mind. 14 at dummy half to Joe Ward. It's a little bit... Oh, that looked nasty and a bit of a twist there for Joe Ward there. Yeah, I was going to say right onto his bandaged knee there. That looked nasty. Ben Hampson making the tackle. You know, not saying he did anything deliberately, but like, well... Things like that just happen in the game of rugby league, and hopefully it's nothing too serious for Joe. Joe Ward playing the ball, still a bit gingerly. Oh, Brad Williamson trying to. Oh, that was a bit. You know, that was a proper slide tackle worthy of Swarthmore Football Club. That. Brad Williamson's hurt though. For you could be debatable about it being a card here, especially with the way Brad Williamson, because he tried that trick the other week against Dalton and conjured up a magic try out of nothing. But nothing happening on this in this instance. And now, unfortunately, he's down, hurt as a result too. Ewan James has been simmed in for 10 minutes for his Hulk Roll Boys impersonation. We're getting a little bit tete-a-tete between these two, between him and Big Brad Williamson, and a few words being exchanged, and some not very diplomatic words being exchanged. I can assure you that. And Shea Smith, speaking of diplomatic, I thought he was going to take the first carry, but no, turned out the referee wasn't ready. Now, this might be the fire that Ulverston need to spark it. Shea Smith going over there, they're playing the ball again. 14 at dummy half. Up to Joe Ward there, effectively acting as a third prop. Brought down by Reese Craig, Ben Hampson, and faulting the dummy half again, up to 6. Alistair McGregor on the inside. 3, seeing if he could just oh, jeez. That was debatable, to be extremely polite. I wonder what he's classed as knock on against, I think he's classed this one as a knock on against Ulverston here, but we'll just wait for his decision. Scrum down, head and feet to Barrow Island. Could have argued the same with the debatable tackle on a number 3 for Ulverston, but again, swings, roundabouts, you make your own look, etc. I'm going to be sounding like a broken record at this point, ladies and gentlemen, so I do apologize if things get to that point. Scrum feed Barrow Island, and now if they can exploit something out there through Tesnueto, who's always, again, I keep saying, again, sounding like a broken record, he's always a handful to his Tez, I should know. Taking it up for Barrow Island. Ulverston are starting to tire a little bit now in defence. The dummy half goal and support play through Noah Robinson. Out the back through Reese Craig. Now Reese Craig is quick, but let's see what he does here. Oh, he's tripped up, but not quite on this exchange. He's tackled just short, above the Ulverston's 20-metre line. Up to Robinson again. Now the Matty Sale tip on past there. Matty Sale being an awkward as well to be able to tackle. Ulverston's goal line needs to be desperate here. Oh, good defence. Oh, but as I say, that Barrow Island slipped out an off-road. Commentary curse. Sorry, lads. And that makes it, at this moment in time, 30-0 to Barrow Island. Kick to come. Again, this is another case of making use of the opportunities that you have. Barrow Island took their opportunity when they could, rightly or wrongly. You know, you've got to make those kind of breaks yourself in rugby league. And Ulverston just having to, again, they've been suckered into Barrow Island's muscle because this is where they need to be. And thus far, Ulverston haven't had an answer for Barrow Island's physicality and their general way of going about playing rugby league. And John Steve is still trying to encourage the troops. Even at the A-team level, this is fantastic to see. So, excellent work there, John. Missed the conversion once again, so that makes it 30-0 to Barrow Island. Gregor's still trying to encourage the troops, even at this time. Always admirable to see. Kick again through. Oh, no result this time. Red Skullcap catches it. Oh, running with a full head of steam, and Ulverston just giving him too much room to manoeuvre. You can't do that with momentum in this game. Mike still taking it up. Oh, and an offload out the back to number 9 for Barrow Island. who's always quite a bit of a bundle to tackle. Again, making it very difficult for Ulverston, especially with the size of their pack at the moment. Out wide through to Cam Curry, who's going to dance through the middle, scoot through the middle there. Joe Ward meeting up in defence. Oh, an errant offload and kicking, and a rather curious kick through from the young lad there. He makes it 0 tackle to Barrow Island on the halfway line. Now, red skull cap, what does he do? Gives it to Reese Craig. And Craig takes it up. Dave John trying to be there in defence. 15 deals with him this time. Good solid defence. Now they're up to Noah Robinson and back on the inside through Joe Ward, making sure that the number 9 is taken care of, which he is, just about. Play the ball through. No, Robinson at dummy half. Exploiting it through to Reese Craig, who's always difficult to try and tackle. Just on Ulverston's goal line now. 9 at dummy half. Up through to 7 there. Out wide through to Red Skullcap, leaving the gap too easy to exploit. Leaving it easy for them to score there for Barrow Island. 34-0 to Barrow Island. And I keep saying this again ad nauseum. Kick to come. Again, Barrow Island is carrying momentum in rugby league. That deadly word again. Momentum, like I said, is a wonderful and also absolutely terrible thing. Terrible when you're on the receiving end of it, but fantastic when you are in Barrow Island's position right now, where all the play the balls are just clicking. Every little bit of attack is just clicking. Defense is ferocious. And you're just not allowing this young Ulverston side any room to breathe or maneuver around them. Cam Curry once again on kicking duties for Barrow Island. A Barrow Island stalwart playing of either A team or first team. Has played a few of both, so he's been a good hand to Barrow Island around this time. In the hell of a hand category, as I like to call it. Nope, he's missed a conversion once again. So that makes it 34-0 to Barrow Island. Ulverston are starting to walk up a bit now. Their body language is really starting to tell now. Let's see if they can give this crowd something to shout about. All 9,872 people in this, watching this with eager anticipation. Some slight exaggeration on my part, but I'm allowed a little bit of the poetic license, as they say. Through and kicking it through again. Straight through the Island's throat, down to Big Ben Hampson. A good carry from Big Ben Hampson, ex-Roos Pioneers player. And out to the left through, exploiting that through Tess Leto, who takes it through against Dave John. Noah Robinson at dummy half. Exploiting all the gaps around for Ulverston out there. Number 7 taking it through. Does he pass through? No, he takes it himself and tries to go through. Not in this exchange. Tackle just short of Ulverston's 20. Oh, out on the blind side there by Red Skullcap. He keeps going forward. Slight debate of a forward pass there, but the referee's non-forthcoming with it. Tackle just short of the goal line. Good goal line defense from Ulverston to meet them there and drag him back out to near the 5 yard, out to 5 yards. Ooh, that could have been a potential rib tickler for Matty Sale there. Thanks to the slightest hint from Ulverston, the referee has called hint of a forward pass. So, but it was the last tackle anyway. So, play the ball to start for Ulverston. Alistair McGregor taking it up again. Tackle just short of their own 20. And Smith going through on there. Reese Craig and Ben Hampson meeting up with him in defence. Joe Wall around the point. Ooh, good tip on there. Again, Barrow Island's defence has just been a little bit more ferocious, a little bit more clinical, to use another rugby league buzzword. Dave John explaining on the inside. Again, through no fault of Ulverston's own, you know. Oh, poor handling. No, not enough ball retention. I think this one just about summed up Ulverston's night so far. 15 looking really down on himself. There's nothing you can do about that, son. Things just happen in a game of rugby league. You just got to dust yourself off and carry on. Score mid and feed to Barrow Island. Just on Ulverston's 30-metre line. A little bit of miscommunication from Ulverston there. And Barrow Island going on the left-hand side of the pitch. Noah Robertson chopping back on the inside to Tez Nueto. Makes it extremely difficult once again. 9 at dummy half. Who's up? Matty Sale taking the second carry up there. Offload on out the wing. 9 going himself. Going through, standing there and spinning. And oh, some good goal line defence from Ulverston to stop him just short. And Ben Hampson passing out the back. Going to Ewan James out the right. Going to Red Skullcap. Red Skullcap hands it on. Too easy. Just that exploiting that overlap down there for Barrow Island. Which makes it 38-0. Kit to come. Again, just yet another basic of rugby league being on display here, ladies and gentlemen. About counting heads, about who have you got out wide. Ulverston didn't do that in defence. Barrow Island exploited that in attack. And as a result, the try is what you see here right now. Athersmith being brought off after a valiant stint. Again, you can only stem the tide of a plugged ship for so long. As this plugged ship has been for Ulverston tonight, but that's not to denigrate their effort at all. It's just Barrow Island have just been the better team on the night. Cam Curry once again on kicking duties. I say kicking duties, he's missed a good few of them tonight, but again, once again, I'm a rugby league prop, I can't say anything. Although I haven't said there have been props who have goal kicked in the past. Not this time still. 38-0 to Barrow Island. Just while we're waiting for the kid to come out again. Trying to go short. No, not in this instance. Cam Curry read that too easily. As the tiredness in Ulverston's defence is starting to tell. Falling off tackles. Not quite getting back with as much vim and vigour into their defence. Another dummy half for Barrow Island. Through to the big, tall, gangly guy for Barrow Island, who's proving quite a bit of a handful again. Offload out the bit. Ulverston making sure to snuff out that bit of attack this time. Now to Ewan James out. Oh, with a nice step through and a breakthrough. Out to Ben Hampson. Oh, a basketball style pass from Ewan James, not quite not quite ticking over for Ben Hampson this time. A bit of a let-off for Ulverston there, quite frankly. It's going down, heading V to Ulverston. To take a route, ooh, bouncing red skull cap off. Now what can Ulverston conjure that could give them something to shout about? 14 at dummy half again. Third tackle, what's going on next? Now for Alistair McGregor again. He's hit and spin once again, making a quick play of the ball for Ulverston to exploit. Through Joe Ward, and that going down now. Ward kicking through. Ooh, a bit of a that was a bit of a mishap in communication from Barrow Island there, from Reese Craig and Red Skull Cap. Makes it easier for Ulverston to make the tackle on the Barrow Island's 30. Red Skull Cap taking it up, exploiting the gap away for Tez to come back inside. It was making such a difficult one to tackle. He's powerful, he's quick, he's agile. He's short. One of my worst nightmares to try and tackle. 9 a dummy half, up to Ewan James. Tip on through to the big gangly tall lad. He's been quite a bit of a handful tonight, as he plays through just beyond Ulverston's 20 metre. Might not have been the wisest choice from the dummy half to go through the middle there, but he gets the offload away to number 7. Oh, Noah Robinson picks it up by his boot heels. Fair play. And he goes back inside. He goes around to the outside and gets tackled just on Ulverston's 10-yard. Oh. And nobody meeting up in defence, making it too easy for Barrow Island to use the momentum to score again. 42-0. I just want to take this time, whilst this break is happening, to once again thank our sponsors for today's stream of this game. By Matty K, Coaching and Conditioning, and Paul Ward Carpet. Thank you very much, gentlemen. The pleasure's all ours. Good money being £3 for some people, but never mind. But then again, £3 could be quite a lot for some people, especially these days. Cam Curry kicking through. Ooh, and still didn't get it. Still on 42-0. 42-0 to Barrow Island. And now Joe Ward taking his turn with kicking duties this time. Axing it down towards number 7 now. Gives it to Ewan James, who just trundles another carry up. And Matty still going up for another carry. And another offload out of the back, making it extremely tight. And for Ulverston, whose gaps are being exploited right now by Red Skull Cap, who's brought down and brought down and jostled roughly by Joe Ward, but and Matty still going up again for his second carry of the game, for his second carry of the set, I should say. Excuse me. Number 9 out of dummy half. We're dummy through to Ewan James, who steps and goes through and kicks through. Oh, and Red Skullcap catches it again. This just sums up Barrow Island's night. Whatever kind of spontaneous play is coming up trumps for them. 7 takes it through. Oh, up to a big pass through. And the referees judged it no, it was a forward pass. So Matty Sale unfortunately doesn't get his moment in the sun. Well, I would say there'll be sun, but it's actually pitch black now. Scrum feed to Ulverston. It's been spirited from Ulverston, but again, it's just been a case of men against boys and those kinds of things where the physicality, the aggression, the tenacity, from Barrow Island has just been, they've wanted it more on the night. And shot and tackles such as this typify my whole point. Alistair McGregor taking it up, trying to spin, but nothing he can do. He's tackled just short. Out the side, taking another carry just short of the 40-metre line. 14 a dummy half. Again, Barrow Island have just had an answer to everything Ulverston have tried to throw at them. McGregor taking it in again. Trying to spin and offloaded into Matty Sale, who passed it, who made a bit of a loose pass but dropped it back to the number 7 for Barrow Island. And another carry being judged through just over the halfway, and trudging himself just near the 40-metre line. 9 a dummy half. Ewan James barking out instructions, see what he wants. And through it around there. Ooh, some heavy contact and offload out the back. Now through Red Skullcap, who steps inside and angles up and straightens up and goes through. He's a stepper, is this boy. Ooh. And I say he's a bit of a stepper. I wonder how long that siren was going to last for. But anyway, it all becomes a bit of a moot point now as this game is all over and done with. The score starts at 42-0 to Barrow Island. Well done, Barrow Island. You were just better on the night.
Thank you very much, folks. Those that tuned in, our good numbers tonight. It's our first team's last game of the season on Saturday. We'll be broadcasting here. I think it's 2:30 kickoff. So if you can make it and join us, please do. From all the team here at Ulverston and LA12 Livestreams, thank you very much.